Welcome friends to another video. I'm your host Omega Baldwin here as always. Today I will be talking about adult material, so if you're watching and you're underage, this is not the video for you. Feel free to watch any other video from my channel. So, anime and video game series, when they get popular, they tend to generate a lot of fan content about them, like unofficial works and other materials. DanganRonpa is no stranger to this. If you've been following this series, you know there's a lot of fan content, or so-called parodies. Today, we're going to be taking a look into the Doujinshi side of things. If you don't know what Doujinshi is, well, it's the Japanese term for self-published work, usually magazines, mangas, or novel. DanganRonpa, like any other series, has quite a few interesting doujinshi about it. But for every Nageri doujin you find, you also get like 20 pregnant Nagito doujins. It's one of the issues with a series that has so many Fujo followers, and I'm sure V3 will fall victim to it too. So poor Uma, I see pregnancy in your future. This is not the first time I show a DanganRonpa doujin in this channel, as I made a video about one last year. Anyway, let's get to today's doujinshi that is named Super Panpanronpa 1&2. This is by artist Shindol, and he's quite famous when it comes to adult material like this. One of the easiest ways to tell that it is Shindol is by looking at his unique style of art and character designs. There's actually two DanganRonpa stories in this one, as the name implies. One of them takes place in the bad ending of DanganRonpa 1, and the second one takes place in DanganRonpa 2. Okay, let's get into the first story. This one takes place in the so-called bad ending of DanganRonpa 1. You remember, if Kyoko gets executed, you get an ending where Naegi, Togami, Hagakure, and Asahina stay alive and actually have children, all of them. Toko is not in it because it seems she dies, but we don't know why. Anyway, it seems Shindol wanted to make a hentai story based on this ending, and I must say that he does quite the good job with it. Everyone stays living in the school together, and all the guys start developing feelings towards Asahina. The first one to make a move is Togami, and they end up doing some loving. From this, Asahina gets pregnant, but Toko does not take this too well, as she ends up killing herself. I guess knowing that Asahina got a kid from Togami was too much for her, but you would think Seo would have killed her. I think it's quite interesting the way Shindol imagines that Toko dies. I could see it happen if Seo does not come out. And the rest of the story is Naegi also getting it on with Asahina, and even Hagakure gets some. Again, this is hardcore stuff and it's not for everybody. Let's just say that Asahina does a lot while pregnant. You know, something that I always think about in this ending in game is what happened to Junko. I guess she not showing up makes sense, as the ending is Makoto's dream and he didn't know Junko was the mastermind at this point. Anyway, the Liu scenes were actually quite good. It is the quality you expect from Shindol. It is not for everyone, but it is really well done action. Now, the second story is about Akane, and the surprising thing here is that Akane actually got some content here. She's not a character that gets a lot when it comes to content like this, and it's quite funny since she's built for it, especially with her looks. I guess she's not a popular waifu or something. So what is this story about? Well, in game, do you remember how Akane said that she used to work on some place where she served food or something? You know, that place where the man used to like touch her and trap, and she had no idea what it was about cause she seemed to be dumb when it comes to that type of stuff? Well, Shindol decided to do a little story with that, and we get Akane serving food while some men had their way with her while she stuffed her face with food. The story ends with her taking the food the men gave her for her body to her little brothers. If you remember, she has a lot of siblings and they are poor and stuff. I wish the DanganRonpa 3 anime would have got into this. Kind of a shame that this dungeon does a better job remembering stuff like this. Also, this whole time she was telling the story to Hajime, as we can see in the last scene. So that's pretty much Super Panpanronpa 1-2 by Shindol. I must say that it's really well done, even if the material inside is not for everybody. It's not like super hardcore or anything, but the final Asahina scenes were pretty out there. The art is also really good. Seeing these characters in the Shindol style was great. Hell, I even purchased this Doujin officially from Faku, and if there was a physical English version, I would get it too. This is why I'm giving it 5 Monokumas out of 5. So, should I continue this series? I'm sure there has to be some more interesting ones out there. Tell me how you feel in the comments below. This is Omega Baldwin, see you guys next time. Bye.